2010 LPN nursing class. I'd like to thank you and welcome you for celebrating tonight with us, this special night with us. Sorry, welcome. Thank you for coming. That's all I got.
We thank Leah for welcoming you tonight. She was the first vice president for the 2010 class. I'm going to ask Lacey Ports, will she come forth, please?
I'm going to read the nurse's prayer. Lord, please help your nurses, both novice and expert, nurses whom you have chosen to give the gift of comfort where there is pain, courage where there is fear, hope where there is despair, acceptance when their end is near, and a touch gentle with tenderness, patience, and love. Let us dedicate our lives today to care for the infirmed, injured, diseased who come our way. Let us touch each with love, healing hands that you have loaned us. This we ask in our Son's name. Amen.
Oh. She said, you mean I have to do that? I said, yes. I want to bring to your front now the president for the 2010 class, Jeremy.
Good evening, everybody. Don't work too much. First off, we'd like to say thank you to the families. Thank you for putting up with us this entire year. Thank you for understanding when we didn't return your phone calls or we avoided hanging out on weekends. Obviously, we were dedicated to surviving this year. It's been a pleasure serving as class president. It wasn't easy. I went home with more than just homework some nights, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. The great Henry Ford once said, "Whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right." We're all here because we believe we could. Taking you back to the beginning of the year, we came into this program as strangers, and through the year we built a family within the classroom and within our own clinical groups. Dysfunctional at times, but what family isn't? We look back now and see how silly we looked, learning how to make a bed, giving a bed bath, and even how to insert a Foley catheter on a mannequin, of course. We moved on to physical assessments, or as we called them, data collecting. We fumbled through the beginning in the nursing homes, taking way too long to check pulses and blood pressures on just one patient, to now doing full assessments and giving medications from anywhere to 5 to 7 patients in half the time. Now, if those assessments would be done too quickly, Miss Perry, she might accuse us of doing a drive-by assessment. And of course, she'd send us back in to make sure we did what we were supposed to do. We learned a lot this year. We learned about good patient care. We heard that over and over, good patient care, including foot soaks and back rubs. Justin, don't worry, I didn't end up giving that many back massages. We even learned a lot about each other this year. We learned that Nelson has an irresistible desire for debate. We learned that Jared makes a great carrot cake and sweet potato pie. Matthew might just be narcoleptic at times. We heard, "How tall are you?" everywhere we brought Corey. We know you're 6'8". Okay? We learned that you can come into a program with your fiance and leave with her still as your fiance, fortunately. Thanks for the vote of the confidence on that one, instructors. We learned that Miss Sermons dedicates much of her time to different charities, organizations, boards, and so forth. And when she said to jump, we were only allowed to ask how high and not, so what time are we getting out today? We learned that Miss Johnson has a passion for children with special needs, and she loves her Panera Bread Diet Coke. We learned that Miss Perry has a passion for the Breast Cancer Foundation and charitable events related to such. And of course, we all know, going with Miss Perry through rehab, that she has eyes on the back of her head, can see through walls, and has supersonic hearing abilities. It must be a Libra thing. Okay, enough poking fun. Eventually, we moved on to faster-paced environments. We got a different taste of the roles and responsibilities of a nurse through our rotations on med-surg floors, maternity floor, and rehab. We were given lots of opportunities throughout the year. We got to see the inside of an operating room, emergency department, got to see how the home health and hospice organization works. We even took a memorable field trip to the Board of Nursing in Miami. Yes, we've come a long way in this short year, but we have all put in the work to get here. Author Stephen Covey says to begin with the end in mind. I think that's pretty much how we all started, even while filling out our applications to the program. We all imagined wearing a stethoscope, green or blue scrubs, talking with doctors, taking care of patients, and of course, as the year grew longer, we imagined the paycheck for all the hard work we put in. The truth is, without the guidance and nurturing of Miss Sermons, Miss Johnson, Miss Perry, and our additional clinical instructors like Miss Bellinger, Miss Hamilton, Miss Adamson, and all those who pushed us through the lab one skill at a time, none of us would have made it this far. With their combined knowledge and experience in the nursing field, they generously shared their wisdom to allow us to continue on this path in their footsteps. They are the ones who deserve all the glory this evening. And as the year came to a close, we were all thrilled, counting down the days until we'd all meet here to graduate. And I thought, those poor instructors. Here we are, getting ready to leave the nest and conquer our dreams, while they stay here and have to deal with the next group of students and start at square one. Well, all I can really say to that is, it ain't my monkey. Thank you.
I am remiss when I did not introduce the faculty that assist in grooming Sal's ears to make silk purses. That's isn't that from Lady with the Umbrella? No, before Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins, right. And I can tell you that every one of our students this year, we really have appreciated you, and I've appreciated you because you was there for me in my worst hour. And I'm still going through, but I really appreciate it. And if I did not say that to you, please, now I want to let you know how much I appreciate you. And I appreciate you because you have to share me with 4 other campuses, and that's hard sometimes to do that. But I would like to thank Ms. Linda, attendance of the patients, the soldiers that are there, and she would go in with a lamp or a lantern. So throughout her time, she became known as a lady with a lamp. The lamp signifies knowledge and caring. And so tonight, as you get your lamp, we will then light your lamp as a signal to pass the knowledge from experts to novice. We will light the lamp and we will pass the knowledge along. And then we'll ask Joe to bring the lights down real low so that you can see what the lamp light can do in a sea of darkness. That sea of darkness is ignorance of knowledge of health care. But we, as nurses, can be instrumental in bringing light to that sea of darkness. Mr. Nick Brown will announce the names for us. So if I ask the front row, Bethany, will you bring the front row up now, please?
Bethany Abner, Brittany Anthony, Jennifer Alterino, Leah Berry, Jeremy Bobowski, Arlisha Brown, Marlene Sherry, Jennifer Confessor,